Hi, Stephen for Synth Expert, and we're here with Arnar Adalsteinsson, who is one of the premier, I've been told, guy behind the guy electronic producers in Reykjavik, Iceland. And he also has this synth repair shop called Lalaland, has a Facebook group called Vintage Synth Repairs and Mods that you should check out. And some of this is in for repair, some of it is his stuff that he has modded and improved, and he's going to tell us all about what some of his favorite items in the collection are.
Actually, well, like I mentioned before, it's kind of strange because I have a lot of great pieces here, which we'll probably show later on. But I might start off by saying, despite that fact, my absolute favorite synth is still the Korg Delta. Which I have
kind
here.
of behind the emulator over here.
Yeah.
There we go. You can see it. It's got that nice patch guide,
Yeah.
that overlay that he's got on there. What do you like about it? What's your favorite aspect of the sound?
It's just sort of the vibrato is just has so much character, and the filter. It also has a bandpass filter, so it can make really nice bass sounds with the bandpass. And just as an sort of like an organ with a filter. There's just something for me that works really well for my music.
We had these Italian Gen synths over here, which you were telling me about before.
Yeah. The Gen SX1000 here. This is I call this one. This is sort of a screamer synth. It's very aggressive, the filter. And there's nothing sort of unique about the structure of the synth, but it sounds really nice. It's sort of different, and it's very aggressive.
Cool.
And then there's the SX2000, which is to me sort of like a 70s kind of synth. It's very sort of like, well, it's Italo disco for the current use, and it's sort of like soundtrack, lead lines, nice vibrato kind of vibe to it. It's a very nice synth. A friend of mine, he has a site called TechSmith, and he's crazy enough to make new keyboards for it, because a lot of the time you have to change the bushings on it, which I've done for this one. But a lot of the time the keyboards are pretty bad for it. So he's made new keyboards for it with a conversion kit to install it.
I can just tell from what that sounds like, the sound of the keys falling.
Yeah.
That it's a lot smoother.
Yeah, they're not clanky on this one. And he's also made these caps here, the chrome ends on the caps.
Oh.
Which really make it shine, you know what I mean? Because on most of them, they're just old and faded. So you can just...
Yeah, I've seen some beat-up Pro ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And
yeah.
you can just pop the caps on. So
below that, we've got the 2600, which is an art clone from Sweden.
yeah, this is the Mini. And it's a pretty faithful clone, actually. A friend of mine has the original. And it's pretty close, actually.
All right.
And it's just a great way to get a 2600, and it's a lot of fun to build. It's all on one board here.
So if you're not that good with soldering, is it still possible to build it?
It's still possible, yeah. I mean, if you're careful, and it's nice because you can build it section by section and test it along the way.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's a great synth.
And we got here Yamaha CS30.
Yeah. I love this, and it's so much fun to play with the sequencer. And there's something about the CS series, you know, up until the 50 and 60, the band pass. I'm a sucker for proper band pass filters. A lot of them sound weak and stuff, but I love the one on the Delta, and I really love this one. And they went with 12 dB filters, which I think is a good decision. I really like how it sounds. I feel one thing is missing though, because on the CS15 you have one slider to control both the filters. I kind of missed that on this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And here we got a synth that needs almost no introduction, the Memorymoog,
Yeah.
which is just like having 6 mini Moogs with a keyboard.
Hmm.
Yours or a customer's?
This one is mine.
Cool.
And it's almost working. I have one voice that will not tune as it is, but it came in completely wrecked. There's not a lot of them, you know, but still you can hear some, there's a familiarity to a lot of the patches, you know. You can't really place it, but you've heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's so much character to the synth. It's just, I love it.
Interrupt for a minute. I noticed these custom synth mounts, these
Yeah.
keyboard stands on your walls.
Yeah.
How are these fabricated? They look like they're metal,
Yeah.
or iron, or something.
They're iron. I made them myself. It's basically just, these are just mounts to, for trucks, to fasten the hydraulic cables.
Oh, okay.
And they just fit perfectly. And then you can slide this. Well, you could before I made it rust. I did that on purpose though, but it was not a very smart move. So it should, you know, you can tilt them and move them.
Great. Fantastic.
Yeah, I was always, actually, someone should make stuff like this because everybody asks about the stands.
Yeah, whenever you see a good keyboard wall,
Yeah,
you ask someone how they did it.
Yeah.
Because they're hard to do,
yeah.
right? There's a lot of work, but it really does, as opposed to having a bunch of X stands around the place.
Man,
I mean,
that's so annoying.
yeah, it really does make a difference in workflow and what things look like to display and,
Yeah,
and so
exactly.
forth.
Exactly.
Okay, and here we have an ARP axe that you've done some very cool custom mods to.
Yeah, the ARPs are notorious for bad sliders. They're plastic, they're really hard to take apart, and you're always going to ruin a few of them.
They don't move terribly smoothly either.
No, I mean, even in good condition, they're sort of crap.
Yeah.
So we decided wanted to make a conversion kit and install some LED sliders. There's very nice action
These are
on
really nice and smooth.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, obviously you don't have to install the LED sliders, but the conversion kit will work for modern sliders. So yeah, it's really nice, and some new custom wood sides on it.
Yeah, it's the nicest looking axe I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I use a glass polishing machine to polish the keyboards.
Now this I've never seen before.
Yeah, this is the Clev B30 micro synth. It was initially a kit, and it's a rather nice synth, and they have some functions here that are pretty cool.
2 VCOs.
2 VCOs, and you can modulate a VCO. You can use that as an LFO.
Okay.
And there's one function here that I'm kind of in love with. I would love to see, and that's the drift here. Because it's
What does that
it's when you let go of the key, it will either just keep on drifting up when you let go of it, or down.
Okay, pitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's got some. It's been a long time since I actually used it, but it has quite some cool
Oh,
functions.
there's a little thumb wheel right in there.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah. So. And obviously we put a lot of work into this synth. Actually.
Yeah, I want to show the side panels here
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's very Icelandic.
Exactly. We wanted to make a
There we go.
north lead or something.
Hey. There's a Jupiter 6 that got hit by lightning.
Yeah.
It was in for repair.
Probably like literally, because it was toast completely.
And it's like new now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Works perfectly.
This
Yeah.
is the PS
3100.
3100. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a 32 which was a little bigger and had the big multi-pin connector for
Yeah.
the keyboard.
Yeah. I think I'm correct in saying that the 32 was 2 of these.
Mm.
And it's 12 oscillators. It's one of the few truly polyphonic synthesizers. And
Especially for its time. It was.
yeah, yeah, and it's this. I love this synth. there's something about the Korg sound, like I told you before, the Delta is my favorite. This is sort of like a huge Delta or something. You know, I love this synth. And it's interesting, there are 2 of those in Iceland, and the other one is in the next room.
Oh, so both yours?
No, I don't own both of them, but Arnar Adalsteinsson is over here, an artist, and he has the other one, and I just took that one and midified it.
Wurlitzer, nice little whirly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is mine. I absolutely love this piece. I use it a lot. I might not actually, sometimes I don't use the actual recording of the whirly, but I love it just for finding out stuff, finding notes, the proper progressions and stuff. It's
Cool.
in constant use, this one.
Now here's a rarity.
Yeah.
Wursey CX2,
Yeah.
which you were saying looks like some kind of Enigma code machine with a
Yeah.
keyboard
Yeah.
attached to it.
Exactly.
It looks almost military in nature. What is this thing?
Man, it's a weird piece, man. It has sort of this auto accompaniment thing going, and it has like a bass section, string section, and the drum machine. You can program it. I actually plan to do a live gig with this because it sounds amazing.
So the original idea with this was probably that you'd have it on your piano or organ and have this as an accompaniment device
That would make sense.
while you soloed on the other instrument.
Yeah, and it did have some other pieces that sort of went with it. I think, it was a series of things from them. I think I'm correct in that.
If you look around the back here, it's got these adjustments.
Yeah, you can see here. It has all these cards. It's sort of high tech for its time.
There's actual sampled drums and sampled.
Yeah, it's got an amazing snare.
Well, it might be later than 7 is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has these. I thought they were. Oh, here it is. The samples are called Star, Police, Ole. There's an Ole and a Hey. It's pretty cool.
Let me show that a little closer.
Yeah.
Police, Star, so it's vocal samples.
Yeah.
People saying hey and wow and or kind of those James Brown.
Yeah, and a whistle. It's pretty weird.
Wow.
And I love the drum sounds of it. I'm definitely
Never seen one of these in person before.
Yeah. It's a nice one.
Korg Monopoly, which is a synth I always loved.
Yeah. I do a lot of kits for these. You can see it here. I put a MIDI kit in on.
Nice.
I can definitely recommend the kits from Tupitech. They make kits for the Monopoly, the Poly 6, the Juno 60, Juno 6, and the SH101. And I love that kit because it expands the sequencer, and it becomes so much fun to play with it. And they're more than just MIDI kits. They're added functionalities in terms of the arpeggiator and chord memory and stuff. So I can recommend those kits.
What is this thing?
This.
Yeah.
The Eco. This is some sort of accompaniment synth.
That's another.
I really don't know much about this.
Eco
It's
Pony.
actually a pony. That's kind of funny. Sounds a bit like copying Sony or something.
And there's a Trident, which was sort of it's Korg's competition for the Art Quadra.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because it had different ensemble and strings and brass sections, and then like a little lead
yeah.
synth, and
And then we have a couple of Jupiter 4s under there.
Yep.
SX2000.
You can see the Jupiter 4 is hiding out.
And this one I really like. I think I might just be a Yamaha fan. I mean, it's a simple
SK10. Yeah, it's an organ.
Yeah, with strings and brass. I mean,
It's another ensemble keyboard.
yeah, it's pretty.
They have these-
super simple, but I
when-
like the way it sounds.
When full-on polyphonic synthesizers were either not really happening, and we hadn't gotten into that post-Prophet 5
Yeah,
era of them being even remotely
yeah,
affordable. There were a lot of things that were based on divide down
Yeah,
circuitry,
exactly.
and these ensemble keyboards came out. A lot of them came out in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah.
Prophet 5 was 77, 78, something like that. But there were a lot of these things that had a bit of strings, a bit of brass. You might have added a monophonic lead synth to that, and they were kind of based on home organ technology plus
Exactly.
a little bit of synthesizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What project are you working on right now that you're most excited about? Either musical of your own or technical?
Well, there are two projects that I'm working on. One of them is over here. It's sort of work in progress, but it's a filter.
Oh, it's a hardware filter
Yeah, it's a hardware analog filter.
that you're building yourself.
Yeah, it's digitally controlled just to get the options I need, and it has a touch screen.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and it's an interesting concept because it's sidechain controlled, and that's where the touchscreen comes in for setting the
Sidechain threshold and
yeah
things like that. Yeah.
yeah, and for display purposes, which you kind of need when you got the sidechain and you want to properly see what's going on.
Very cool.
So that's one of the projects.
Is that going to be called a Lalaland filter, or is it going to be called something else?
It's the name of the unit is filter.
Filter.
Yeah,
Cool. I like it. As in filth.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah, because it's
Okay.
quite aggressive.
Yeah. And we wish you the best. We'll be keeping up with you on Synth Expert. And website, where would people go to find you online?
As it stands, you can find me at Lalaland Synth Repair on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I would suggest people would also sign up for the Synth Repair and Mods page.
And that's Vintage Synth Repair and Mods, and is spelled out.
Yeah,
And there's a period on the end.
yeah.
So
There's a period.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what, so yeah, check out that Facebook group.
Yeah.
And again, this is Lalaland Synth Repair and Mods in Reykjavik, Iceland. And we want to say thanks again to Arnar.
Thank you.